Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we're going to be reacting to a TikTok video. This is another positive one. I'm excited for you guys to see it. I think it's very refreshing, and I'm sure you guys will all love the message being spread here. So let's watch it, reconvene, and I'll tell you what I think.
But you do need a man, and I do, and they need us. Otherwise, why do we exist? Modern society's got you tricked into thinking that solitude and existence by yourself in this world as an entity is where it's at. But we're communal creatures, we're animals, it's biological, we need each other. The video was 3 things that men need in a relationship, and one of them was to feel needed. A lot of you asked how that is. How do you make a man feel needed? And some of you said you don't need a man, but in the context of a relationship, you do. There are things that men do and what they bring to a relationship that women don't, and vice versa. I need a father for my children. I need him to do certain things. That fulfills me. And don't be afraid to show that you need your partner. So how to show a man that you need him and not that you rely on him? Yes, we could all survive by ourselves. We could also survive on the street, and we don't need a bed. We could also sleep on the floor. Like, it all doesn't matter. Sorry, got interrupted by a phone call. To show someone you need them is to genuinely have a vulnerability and an open heart to show them that you need them. Give them tasks and show them appreciation, opening a jar, coming home on time with the takeaway they got you, that you need them to step up and fulfill you and make you happy, and just genuine appreciation for things that they do. Look, I could work, raise children, do all those things and work overtime, but the fact that somebody else can share the load and do that for me means that I need them. It's not about pride, and it's not about all these things. Even if you're long distance, let's say, for example, a lot of people ask that, you can show them that you need them to call you, to talk to you, and to do all these things. So when he does call, instead of going on that, why didn't you call me on Tuesday, be like, wow, I'm so excited to talk to you, it really made my day. Just show appreciation for the person that you have. Not that you can't live without them, we all can. And stop walking around saying, yeah, I don't need no. Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? Imagine if a man said that to you, I don't need no woman in my life, while you're there like raising his children and working. Thanks, that makes me feel really good. You don't need me. Great. It's just an unattractive, ugly attitude. Not even from his point of view, but for you to have in general. It's not good for the soul, babes.
First of all, I just want to say that I love this creator. I just think she's such a positive influence for women, and all the videos that I've seen from her personally have all been really great. So love her, love this message, 2 thumbs up from me. So as I always do, we're going to go through here. I have some key takeaways that I wanted to talk about and just some of my thoughts after watching this video. The fact of the matter is that yes, we do need each other, and it's refreshing to see a woman saying that. We need each other both biologically and socially. Biologically speaking here, if we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, men and women are designed to complement each other to ensure the survival of the human species and procreate. Socially, men and women bring different perspectives, skills, and strengths to a relationship and can support each other in various ways. And just to give you guys an example here, women might bring more emotional intelligence or nurturing qualities to the relationship, while men might bring more of this logical side or problem-solving abilities, leadership, things like that. Of course, sometimes there's overlap here as we all differ individually, but that's just an example. We often also have different experiences and perspectives, which can lead to a deeper understanding and empathy within relationships. I'm assuming a different perspective is why many of you guys watch my channel, because I offer a woman's perspective that as a man, you do not have. The same way I find it helpful to read through your comments to get a male point of view. If you use this to your advantage, it's incredibly beneficial. The dynamic between men and women is obviously multifaceted, and both genders benefit from the unique qualities that the other brings to the table. And ultimately here, the differences each person brings has the ability to make you stronger together as a unit. Hence, probably the reason why men and women tend to look for different things when they're dating. Shocker. I know this causes a lot of confusion for people, but the sooner you realize this, the more successful your dating experience will probably be. And now I want to talk about this independent woman who don't need no man thing. She made a really great comment about how modern society has tricked us into believing solitude and being alone, or being this independent woman who doesn't need a man, is where it's at and what we should be striving for, when in reality, we are quite literally meant to connect with each other. And the independent woman who doesn't need a man is just a rather negative attitude and mindset towards men in general, or relationships as a whole. Humans are social creatures and thrive on connections and relationships with others, regardless of gender here. And women who have this independent woman, I don't need a man mindset are often single or really struggle when they try to date for a couple of reasons. If you consistently tell men that you don't need them, eventually they're gonna start to listen to you. Why would they want to be with a woman who says, I don't need you? Most of the time, they don't even want you either, so why would a man choose to be with a woman like that? They also often have incredibly unrealistic expectations because they think that men are looking for the same things in women that they're looking for in a man and believe, well, I check all of these boxes, so I must be the ultimate catch. Wrong. They don't know what men actually want. And I can tell you, it's not a woman who's going around saying, I'm an independent boss babe that don't need no man. They might be combative, hyper-independent, don't ask for help or let men help, which in return leads to festering resentment that builds up over time in relationships. It's just incredibly unattractive to men when women have an attitude like this, and for good reason. And I'll give an example here from the other side, just to be fair. I think when men get on the internet and say, I don't want a woman, I don't need a woman, all women are awful, and they have this very hateful, bitter, crappy attitude, that is also unattractive. And I wouldn't want to build a life or be with a man who acted like he didn't need me or want me. That is stepping into a life of being unappreciated with someone who is ungrateful for you and the value that you bring into a relationship. And the same thing could be said here about women who say they don't need men. You can be independent and still need someone to fill that other role of a relationship. That's what a relationship is. It's not a one-man rodeo. They don't need to be the sole proprietor of your happiness and fulfillment or complete you, but they should contribute to it and enhance it. And again, it's possible to be both independent and interdependent and to value and prioritize relationships in your life. And I've done many videos about this, but I'll touch on it a little bit again here because it's relevant. I think as women have become more successful financially, socially, we've become more independent, what we're looking for in men has also kind of leveled up a little bit. And again, I think the issue here of women not knowing necessarily what men are looking for comes into play. I actually just reacted to another video on TikTok a couple weeks ago where this woman was saying, men want a woman with substance, but I think a lot of women don't know what substance looks like to men. And they also certainly don't want to be with a woman who justifies having a very bad attitude, princess mentality, don't need no man behavior with the fact that they have a degree or make a lot of money and think that they are a high value woman. Just because you think that you're high value doesn't mean that you're going to be high value to the people you want to date. And I made a comparison in the past about a house. If I have a house, I think it's worth $1 million. I think I absolutely have to get $1 million for this house, but then I sell it and nobody's buying it. I'm getting no offers and people are offering me $500,000 and nobody's even close to $1 million. Well, I either need to figure out what I can do to make my house worth more money, or I need to lower my expectations a little bit because clearly it's not worth the price tag that I'm asking for. And I know maybe it's not the best to compare people to houses, but just to, eliminate the emotional aspect out of it, you should have confidence in yourself and what you bring to the table, but I think it's also important to be realistic and hold yourself to the same standards that you're asking for in another partner and understand that, just because you think you check all the boxes doesn't mean that every guy you date is going to think the same thing. So to wrap this up, yes, men and women need each other, and I don't think it's healthy or attractive to have this mindset of, I don't need a man, I don't want a man, I can do everything myself, I want to be alone. I just don't think that's healthy, and I think our society has glamorized and romanticized that, and I do think we're seeing the repercussions of that with more single people than ever before. People are lonelier than ever before. Mental health issues are on the rise. I just think it's creating a lot of problems, and I don't think that anyone deep down wants to be alone or wants to be single. And again, the same thing goes for you guys watching. All these men who go their own way or who act like all women are the worst thing in the world, I don't think that's healthy either. And I don't think we get anywhere or make any progress by hating each other or saying we don't need each other or we don't want each other, because deep down, at the end of the day, we do. Of course, sometimes there's overlap, as I mentioned, but men and women tend to offer different things and bring different value and skills to the table. And I think as a society to function properly, we need both. That's why we exist. That's why we're here. So you guys can let me know what you think down in the comments. I just wanted to share this video again because I really like this creator. I want my content and my channel in general to be a place that makes you feel a little bit happier and healthier in your dating life and your relationships. Would love to hear from you guys down in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Would just like to hear your opinion and perspective from a male point of view down in the comments, or if there are some ladies watching this video, would love to hear from you as well, of course. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.